How to align with the God force within you. That's what we're talking on today's episode of Ask Amy. Hi, I'm Amy and I'm a soul alignment coach. I help you align your personality with your soul by breaking out of your comfort zones and shattering old limiting belief systems and perceptions and ideas around who you think you are. Welcome to my channel. This is for high vibing peeps that really want to expand and open up to the next highest version of you. Today, I am starting my first video in a checklist that I am making for y'all that will help you start aligning your personality with your soul, and what a better time of the year to do it as we're starting to head into 2020. Most of us get into the new year and we have all these resolutions that we end up not following through with. And I truly feel that's because we are not looking at how we can get our personality to align with our soul. So these have that intention in them. So out with resolutions and in with soul alignment. Our very first thing on the checklist is God first and tapping into the God power within you. Now, you can call that whatever you want for purpose of this video. I call it God, you can call it universe, you can call it unconditional love, you can call it life force, you can call it sexual energy, whatever it is that you believe in. It really doesn't matter what you call it. What is important here is the intention of tapping into that power and that inner greatness and that unlimited potential that we all have. Now, before I begin, if there is a specific issue and you want your own checklist aligned to your specific soul and your specific dreams and visions for your life, you can sign up for coaching with me. All the details are down below. So putting God first and really tapping into that God force within you is like looking at something a million times but not really seeing it. And that typically happens when we're looking at it through the lens of an old limitation, which is essentially an old version of us. So this is when problems are created, when we keep looking at a problem through the same lens, through that old version of us, those old limiting beliefs and perception. So what do you do when that happens? Number one, redirect your focus. Completely take your attention and your focus off of what you're looking at. Have you ever lost your keys and looked frantically all over the house for it, and it wasn't until you completely gave up and surrendered that you found them? This is how manifestations work. When you want something so intensely, it's like you're hanging on and there's no room actually for you to receive it because you're actually looking at it through the lens of scarcity and lack and a limitation. This is the old version of you. This is a personality that does not line with your soul, y'all. So redirect your focus, completely take your attention off that thing that you keep looking at and look at something else. Something that brings you joy, relief, pleasure, whatever it is, it doesn't even matter. It can be the small littlest thing. It can be looking out your window at a bird in a tree. I'm looking that way because I have a window with a tree that has lots of birds. It can be something as simple as that. So step one, redirect your focus. Step two, think from the end. This is the exercising your imagination. It's so important. Kyle Cease, if you've ever heard of him, uses a version of this called Kylego. Albert Einstein, you guys, used to sit in his chair with his eyes closed and hold this big thing in his hand, and he would rock back and forth, and he would perfect everything in his imagination before he did it in reality. And he held that because he would go such into a deep state into his subconscious that when he would relax fully, the thing would drop and it would bring him back in and being alert. So it's really vital and really important that we exercise our imagination. You don't go to the gym and look at the weights and expect for your muscles to get bigger, right? You need to exercise your imagination. So it's okay if you're starting out and you're just a beginner. Remember that it's a muscle and it's gonna feel uncomfortable and it might not work. It might not work the first time, and just get okay with that, because that's how you actually break out of your comfort zone, is by doing something new. So exercise your imagination by thinking from the end. So if you were on the other side of this problem and you had already found the solution and you were just feeling exhilarated and free and aligned with your soul, what would that look like? What thoughts would you be thinking? How would you be feeling? How would you be behaving? How would you be talking? How would you dress? Think from the end and speak that out loud into existence. Do it quietly in your mind and then practice speaking it. It's crazy. We talk all the time silently in our head, but when we come to speaking it out loud, we get tongue-tied. So give yourself the opportunity to start speaking these things into existence. Another one is start writing it. Script it right from the end of what it would feel like to be on the other side of this. Step 3 is trust the process. Trust the process. Trust however long it takes you. However long it takes you to take your focus off of that thing that you were so tensely focusing on, and then practice using your imagination by thinking from the end, and then trust. Let it all go. Part of letting it go is just trusting the process. Start trusting that there is this higher version of you that already knows the answer and the solution, right? And we're just aligning that with your soul. So get out of your own way and trust the process. Go on with general things in your life that bring you pleasure. It's that simple. If this has helped you, please like this video. It helps us reach more and more people. After all, everybody deserves to have their personality aligned with your soul, because that's where the magic happens. And if you're feeling extra generous, please subscribe and please share this video. So I'm going to leave you all with 2 intentions. I call them intentions. I'm not a big fan of affirmations. They work with the right intention. So what came up for me while I was thinking about this and scripting this and thinking from the end, I actually do that before I hop on a video, is these 2 sentences that you guys can use if they excite you and they make you feel good and alive. The first one is, I am aligned with my highest truth. Yeah. Comment that below, place it all over your wall, say it every day. This can become your new intention driving in your car. The second one is, I choose what excites me and pleases my soul. Because your soul knows, y'all, and when your personality aligns with your soul, what did I say? That's where the magic happens. We'll see you on the next video.